Welcome to another episode of RHC's Commentaries, number 2. And today I'll be doing a commentary of my short-lived video series that didn't even get past 2 episodes, known as Dollar Store Toys. This is episode 2, which was uploaded in January of 2012. Of course, we're almost about to be in 2015 as I'm doing this video, because it's December of 2014 right now. So we're actually 2 weeks away, less than 2 weeks away from the end of 2014. Now, I mentioned in my previous commentary, and I'll mention only briefly how the commentary is going to work. I don't want to waste too much time before getting into the video, which, speaking of wasting time, in this video alone I wasted too much time. But in this video right here, I just want to mention that I said in the last commentary for Dollar Store Toys episode 1, I don't know when I'm going to bring back the Dollar Store Toys review series. I've got people ask me when I'm bringing it back, when am I bringing it back, saying they subscribed for that reason. Well, I apologize that you guys did. I mean, I'm glad you subscribed to my channel. I hope you watch my other videos, but it's just, it's not a money issue or anything. Don't get me wrong. These toys are cheap, cheaper than stuff you get at Walmart or Kmart or Target or Toys R Us. And hell, even Walmart's kind of selling some dollar toys. I think I used to dollar toys at Toys R Us of all places. It's just when I collect more than one line. I collect WWE figures by Mattel, the new Ninja Turtles figures, and sometimes vintage, Power Ranger stuff, Hot Wheels. It's kind of like, it's an inconvenience for me to go out and buy a crap load of dollar toys, when I'm not really collecting dollar stuff on a regular basis, and it's mostly just for the sake of viewing. And I mentioned in the last commentary that I pretty much gave a lot of my dollar store toys to my nephew. Not just the ones I bought from him, because I bought, and you'll see in this video I also bought him another toy, but a lot of stuff I bought that I kept myself, I eventually just, after I moved from my mom's to where I'm at now, I gave to my nephew, and I don't know if he still has those toys. So, I'm pretty sure maybe they're somewhere either at my mom's house or they're at his house, because my nephew lives also with his, his dad and all that. So, I don't know. So, don't ask me whether having those toys, I don't know. And, hey, they're expendable pretty much. Alright, so I'm not going to mention too much how much the commentary is going to work. I don't want to waste too much time. I spent too much time, saying how how I should do the commentaries and, how I'm going to do them. As obviously, I don't have my old videos on the computer anymore. I don't have a good microphone for my video editing software. So it's just me sitting at my camcorder watching at my computer screen, so that's why the video doesn't look all that great. But that's alright, because I'm going to pause the video at certain points, if I want to say something. And if you guys want to go back and watch this video before you listen to my commentary, I will put a link in the description. So just, you can pause this video now and then go back, watch that video. Yes, it's 36 minutes long, so maybe if you don't want to watch that entire video, then watch the commentary. Because I will say in the intro of this video here, I did not get into the review of the toys for at least, oh my god, I think about 15-20 minutes. I can't remember. I just know that I was giving shoutouts to these big name YouTube channels, and some of them aren't even making videos anymore. I think the only person I'm giving a shout out to in the video is Pixel Dan, the guy who kind of inspired me to this series when I first saw that he did like a dollar store toy review. I think he's very, like I said, one of the few people who actually still does reviews. The rest of the people I mentioned in the video, and I'm probably going to skip over that. A lot of them aren't doing videos anymore because of their personal lives. Maybe they just don't have interest in doing toy reviews anymore. And YouTube has changed so much over the last couple of years since I did this video, so I can't blame them, to be honest. Alright, so I spent a little more time than I wanted to doing the intro, so let's get into the commentary of Dollar Store Toys episode 2. Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to episode number 2 of my toy review series, Dollar Store Toys. And also I'm your host, Morgan, aka Revolution Hell Cowboy. Yeah. For those of you who did not see the first episode of this, and I know there's probably a lot of you that have it, go back. It's in my video feed. Well, obviously at the time, not many people watched it, but before we get back into this video, you will see that part 2 of episode 1 and part 1 both have like this one right here, if you can see, let me go down a little. This episode 1 right here has almost 3,000 views, while part 2 has 2,200 plus views. So obviously at the time, not many people had seen my dollar store toy reviews, And this video we're watching currently only has over 1,000, so hey, you know, this is not bad. It's good to see people still watch this. I mean, this one doesn't have as many comments or likes, and that's fine, because I don't blame people for not watching this one as much, because it's it bores me a little. But I'll show you guys something pretty cool here in a moment. Let's get back a little more into the intro of my little, you know, my second, you know, last at the current moment episode of Dollar Store Toys.
You probably have to go back a little ways. There's two parts, because and I'll explain that in a moment. But
no need to. You're not going to explain that very much.
Anyways, this is my video review series where I go to places like Dollar General or Family Dollar, Dollar Tree. You get the point. Dollar stores, you know, where you get.
Or, you know, as I mentioned earlier, you can go to Walmart too, believe it or not. You know, Walmart's selling dollar toys.
Stuff at a good price. And
for the most part, sometimes Dollar General can sell higher priced toys, but that's sometimes.
And it could be either a name brand toy or just, you know, one of those crappy ass toys that look like a generic version or a knockoff of an actual.
A knockup? Okay, did you guys watch my last commentary, the last video where I mentioned the Rey Mysterio Kane love child? Go back and watch that commentary. That's probably the best part of the commentary in my opinion. But anyways, let's get back to this one.
Actual toy line. And you'll see that here in a moment. I kind of showed those in the last video, and the last, not the last video, you know, just the last dollar store video. That was back in, I believe it was October, yeah.
Wow, did you see what I had to do there? I had to roll my eye up, you know, and think for a moment what the video was. Okay, I'm not going to waste too much time in the intro. Let me show you guys something I just recently did. I went back and I watched this video a few months ago, and I added some timestamps, because I want to skip. Oh, okay, so I guess I didn't spend too much time on the little shoutouts. I guess it was no more than 4. Wow, I thought I spent like 20 minutes shouting out Pixel Dan and all of them, but and by the way, I put their you know, channels down here. But so if you don't want to hear my intro in case you have a short attention span, you know, or you don't want to hear all that stuff, you want to get straight to the review, here's the update on stuff I bought in the previous episode. We're not going to go through that. I feel like that's just, you know, I already mentioned, you know, what I did with the toys and all, and I already told you guys in the commentary what really has happened since then. So at 750, I talked about Power Rangers RPM, that I bought a figure for my nephew. I bought some more wrestling figures at Dollar General, and then I bought these ninja ones. So we're going to start with the RPM Black Ranger figure, and I will warn you, it's not going to be a great review. So let's get to that. Okay, that did.
Let's get to the new stuff I had just picked up this past
Okay,
Thursday.
hold on just a minute, guys.
Did not have the house to myself, so. And I had run out of time after I did my video blog and my 2 figure pickup video.
Okay, so yeah, if you missed that, I just mentioned that, yeah, I didn't have time to do this video. I think I bought these toys at the time I did this video, 2 days in, you know, before I did this video, because I was living with a bunch of people. My mom, my sister, one of my sister's friends was living there. Later on, my sister's boyfriend, and also my sister had her kids, you know, so it was hectic at the time I was living with family. So, and you know, I still have people now, but at least during the day I had more time to do videos compared to when I was living in a place where I had little to no time to myself to even make a video. Unless I wanted people to be there hear me talk to myself, you know, but, you know, hey, at least I have the house myself today so I can do this commentary. So let's get back to the commentary.
Yeah, the 1 figure pickup video, excuse me. So, didn't have time to do this. And I'm trying to do this in one take, because I have a feeling this is going to take a long time to go through. I know I just wasted time with the PCN plug, but
Yeah, you sure did, but not as much as I thought. I thought I wasted 20 minutes. Keep in mind, guys, I don't watch these videos on a constant basis, so I guess almost 5 minutes wasted on, you know, mentioning some people who probably don't make videos that are in Pixel Dan, you know, but whatever. Another free plug for Pixel Dan, who's probably one of the best YouTubers I'm subscribed to anyway.
Felt that had to be, you know, done, because I really think you guys need to go check those guys out.
Well, yeah, of course, because, you know, they're better than I am, obviously.
Anyways, so let's get to the name brand toys first, because I want to get to the cheesy little dollar store toys last. You know, the Dollar General exclusives last.
Dollar General exclusives. You make those sound like they're hard to find. And you gotta love my vocabulary. Cheesy. I mean, yeah, they are kind of cheesy.
You know, this is a figure you would find, you would have found at a Walmart or a Toys R Us maybe a couple years ago. This is from Power Rangers RPM. I don't remember what the Sentai version is called.
I think it's called Go Onger. I don't know the full name, so please forgive me. I know it's something Sentai Go On. Once again, if I'm butchering it, I'm not a Sentai expert. I know Jew Ranger, Die Ranger, Shikanger, Gokaiger, so any Sentai fans out there, please, let me know if I got Go Onger right. I think that's what it's called.
Because, it is because I know there's diehard Super Sentai fans who'd rather me go by the Sentai name of this than,
Yeah, but then again, there's gonna be Power Ranger fans that are gonna be like, well, screw the Sentai. I mean, and no disrespect for Sentai, and I'm not gonna spend too much time talking about it because in this video I actually talked a little too much about Power Rangers before getting into the toy review, which I'm just gonna say right now that I didn't take the figure out of the package. I let my nephew do that, and we didn't do it on camera or anything. And all I really do in this part is just I read the back of the packaging of about the story about RPM and all that, and I talk about how I didn't watch RPM that much, and I was really just now getting back to the Power Rangers. I mentioned that in the episode 1 of this where I show off the samurai figures. Nowadays I'm collecting Power Ranger figures again like crazy, but yeah, I mean this part was probably my least favorite part of the entire review, other than maybe the meaningless, well not meaningless shoutouts, just the little time wasting shoutouts I felt that could have been done at the end of the video maybe, but so I just thought I'd sum that up real quick. This isn't really too special, I mean, because all I do is just show you the figure in the package, so once again, I apologize if I'm skipping forward a lot. I did that in the last video where I kind of skipped over a few things, like over the Mohawk guy. I think I said something weird about, I did like a Forrest and Gump impression. I guess I was talking about some weapons, the size of like a box of chocolates. Okay, so I'm going to skip ahead to the more interesting toy reviews, and towards the end of the video, you will see something that I will try to explain, because I kind of thought it when I went back and watched it, I'm like, why did I say that? And why did I make that weird, sound? Okay, so hopefully we can do this. I mean, I'm going to try to keep this commentary short. My last commentary went longer than it should have, so once again, I'm sorry I'm skipping through this. Like I told you, the Power Ranger RPM part was not very interesting, so, it would have been better if I took it out of the package and reviewed it, so. Anyways, let's get to the Wrestler playset figures, which is at 12:05 in the video. And yeah, I'll give you my thoughts on that.
Good toy all the way. Here comes the...
Good toy all the way. Like I said, it would have been a good toy if you decided to take it out of the package. If I decided to take it out of the package, but whatever. So let's get back into the next little dollar store toy review.
Generic ones. These guys right here, I'm going to try to get them all in a minute the best I can. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I can't get all in the shot, because you see I got the vertical video syndrome, as they call it, going on, where, I'm going to show you guys, I meant to do this yesterday, but I think it got cut off my last commentary, where, okay, this is my phone, not my iPod. I used to use my iPod for reviews, but how I would set my phone, iPod like this instead of the proper way. You're supposed to sit it like this, But back then, I didn't know that until much later, so that's why, I have the black bars, as, you see right there. So I was a noob back then. Nowadays, I know how to do videos a little bit better, and plus, hey, I have a camcorder nowadays, so that's also a plus. So let's get back into this review here.
Well, two of these guys right here, I saw at Dollar General when I had went there back in October. I was surprised to actually find...
And why I didn't pick them up, I don't know, but hey, at least I picked them, when I could, so, and like I said, I don't have them anymore, so don't ask me what happened to them, or if I have them for sale or trade, just let y'all know.
Find the third guy. I didn't think they would have him. So I was like, gotta pick up all three, and I was hoping to pick these two up anyway, and then, hey, So, I'm gonna...
Yeah, because you gotta pick them all up, right? You gotta have the entire set of the Dollar General wrestling toys, right?
I tried them all open one by one. I should have opened them before the video, but...
Yeah, that'd be great. Well, it's not that's the problem. It's just not being able to edit my videos. And I mentioned this before, that back in my days of the iPod, I wasn't able to do editing. I'm not going to go into the, logistics of why. I don't want to talk about that right now, but I wasn't able to edit my videos until at least much later when I found out about video conversion software, and my buddy Josh Russell introduced me to a software called VideoPad. And then later on, after I didn't use VideoPad for a while, you actually learned how to do video editing, and that would have came in handy back then for this video in general. So I could have showed you guys the toys in their boxes, cut away and then show the toys out of the boxes. I mean, that would be great. And but I guess you gotta learn. Every YouTuber's gotta do stuff like this. To start out with, you're not gonna learn how to be a video editing mastermind all in one day or so. I guess. And I still don't really do that great of a job at editing, but I try my best. So, and I'm going to just play this as is. I know I did a lot of skipping yesterday, so I'd rather not do that, so please forgive me if it takes a long time for me in this video, obviously. Not the video now, but the video that's from almost 3 years ago of me taking the figures out of the box and hearing my little wisecracks and stuff. You see me on the screen, I'm like, okay, press play, man. I'm ready to open these packages, dude. Alright, we're going to play it now.
That's alright.
Alright, I'm glad. What? I forgot I said that. Wow. I'm glad you agree, Jonathan from 3 years ago. And he's not impressed with what I'm saying. Look, he's not happy with me. Alright, I'm going to stop messing around. Let's get back to the review.
We're going to rip this out. So first of all, the packaging, it's not bad. It's a lot compared to the ones I bought, a few months earlier, which had like nothing on the back, which this one kind of doesn't either. It just has the thing on the back saying what it is, which it's wrestler playsets, not wrestling, wrestler, and it says playset. But see,
well, of course, it's Dollar General, and these toys are made in China, so if they're being made real cheap, they're just gonna put whatever random words they're gonna slap on the back. They're not like WWE Elite Collection or Basic or Battle Pack figures. It's wrestler playset. What do you expect if you go to Dollar General?
Most of us toy experts, or I don't claim to be one, but I know.
No, of course not. Even today, I'm still not an expert. I probably know more about toy collecting now than I did 3 years ago. So, I'm still not an expert, but I'm probably more knowledgeable now in toy collecting than I was 3 years ago when I was starting to get back in toy collecting.
Something about toys. Know that a playset can be like a building or a little battle area, like, say, the Technodrome from Ninja Turtles, the Command Center from Power Rangers, Eternia from Masters of the Universe, and so on. I mean, those are playsets.
Yeah, but I don't know, because there's accessories with the figure, so maybe that's a playset in a way. I mean, you play with it, I guess. Once again, it's a cheap dollar store toy, so what do you really expect?
There's no building with this guy. I guess you can play with it, and it comes in a set, but it kind of defeats the purpose of a playset.
Well, you kind of summed it up. You said you could play with it. It comes with a set, so I guess it's a playset, right? Am I right, everybody?
So we're going to take this one out first. And by the way, this I found very funny. And the other toy I'm going to show you at the end is ages 3 and up. This one's 5 and up, but it's a choking hazard of, the whole can't be for children under the age of 3. So basically, if you're 4 years old, yeah, you're old enough not to choke on, but I guess you have to wait. You're afraid to play with them. The packages they do with these toys are so stupid these days.
Well, yeah, I don't get it either, but it's, I don't know, safety? I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking when I said that. Once again, I mentioned this in my previous commentary, and I'll say again, these videos were not scripted. While I do think this video wasn't as great as my first episode of Dollar Store Toys, I think I do a better job of talking in this video. I don't know, it just seems like I'm not messing my words up as much. I mean, yes, I did skip, a good 7 minutes of the video, obviously, because I wanted you guys to see mostly the Dollar Store toy reviews, but I think in a way I'm doing a lot better in this, so it shows that I was starting to evolve as a YouTuber. Somewhat.
I mean, yeah, it's understandable. You don't want someone under the age of 3 choke. I mean, when my nephew turned 3, he was already, heck, when he turned 2, he was already old enough to choke on stuff. I think it's when they're newborn, maybe 1 year old, that's when you kind of have to worry about them. But I think by the time they get to 2, I would stop worrying. Of course, the twist ties, get those off. I think that's the only thing I have to worry about. Because if you notice, the accessories are pretty big. They maybe can choke on them, but,
yeah, I guess. Boy, sure do a good job of describing, talking about choking on toys. Once again, unscripted, so I just said whatever popped in my head,
Compared to the other ones I got, I don't see them choking on these. And of course,
no, I'm sure they can find a way. You take these figures apart, that's how you choke them. Once again, I don't know what I was saying. Much different time. I don't think I thought about stuff back then because I was doing a lot of stress, so I don't know, maybe I just didn't take time to think about stuff. I think a lot more now that I have more time myself to do that.
Arms are not really in there. They're not really. So of course, the rest are not too hard to take out. Just remove the twist ties. I should have done, like I said, I should have done this at the beginning of the video, before the video even started.
Yeah, that would have been great, but once again, you know, without editing software, you know, what can you do?
But keep in mind, I am not gonna be able to edit these videos. So if I screw up right now, I will.
Like I said, yeah, I don't have editing software, so yeah.
We'll have to re-record and spend another 20 minutes.
And that's never fun to do, trust me. And even today, I still have to re-record videos if I screw up a word or something happens, somebody calls me, or, you know, I get an unexpected knock at my door. You know, that's life for you.
I don't have an iPod, a good camera or my iPod. I don't have an intro for you guys, music or anything like that. When I can afford a better camera, I will.
And hey, only a year later, I did get a better camcorder, you know, and I did get editing software again. But sometimes I think putting an intro and outro sometimes doesn't really do good. I mean, unless the intro is well made. If you guys watch my review series, RHC reviews, yeah, I agree that the intro on that's not too great. I want to redo that at some point, but I don't have the means, and I don't know people who could do it for me. I mean, I kind of do, but I'll talk about that at a later point. Let's get back to this.
And then, you know, hey, I'll make it look good. Just hopefully I can, you know, avoid a copyright issue, because I would love to use some music in my videos. Maybe I'll have to hire someone like the pop pusher.
Well, I've used music in later videos, but I've been fortunate that I've only gotten copyright notices, but never a copyright strike. But nowadays, I try to avoid not using copyright music, just to be safe, now that I'm starting to get more out there, you know.
Once again, another free plug for those guys. There you go, and it says...
If you missed it, I mentioned Pop Culture Network again, I guess. Something about I wish I could work with them. Well, you wish you could. Yeah, I'd have to kind of be better at making videos before I could even work with someone like the people who are left at Pop Culture Network or with Pixel Dan.
How far it is. You know, not bad. Compared to these efforts, and then here's a side-by-side comparison. Look who's bigger. I mean, this is like almost the same scale as a Jax figure. So far.
Not really. I think it's a little bit bigger than a Jax figure, just maybe a little thicker. I think it's more in scale with the old original San Francisco Toy Maker WCW figures that were like 8 inches tall, or the LJN figures that were about the same height. So, and I don't have those figures, obviously, or else I would have showed them. And once again, you won't see a Mattel comparison, you know, because I mentioned this in the last commentary. I didn't have any loose Mattel figures, so you won't see that kind of comparison in this video.
Far it already beats it. I'm like, look, the arms are all much better. Because look, this guy, his arms are about. Look how flimsy that is. Get the hell out of here. This guy
Get the hell out of here.
Only problem, he's got a little bit of a soft head. It looks like it can move, but I guess it can move up and down a little way.
Well, yeah, and it's not like it's the first toy with a soft head. I mentioned with the Jax figures in the last commentary review that Jax had like soft limbs on their figures, and hell, the old Ninja Turtle figures from the 80s, the first wave of those had like soft heads, so it's nothing really new, and it's not a money issue. Sometimes soft heads works, and sometimes they don't. It maybe just depends on the quality.
He has a vest that's removable. I will not remove it because I know how plastic vests, they come off easy. Now look, this is the funny thing I don't understand. Even one of them have a belt around their waist, but some of them actually do come with a second belt. Only 2 of them actually have a belt with them, other than one around their waist. Because the last guy, he doesn't, and actually the last one I'm going to really enjoy because of his accessory. It cracked me up. I was practicing this last night, kind of trying to rehearse what I was going to say, you know.
Well, and I'm pretty sure that whatever I said, I said something different. So I hope you guys don't hate me if I skip ahead again, because it's like I don't really want to waste too much time showing me from 3 years ago removing twist ties. Now, what I'm mentioning here is about the belts. As you see, he is currently wearing a belt, and then he came with this, you know, gray, no medallion, no detail whatsoever on the belt. I mean, I might show that real quick, you know, before I skip ahead. I want to skip ahead to the funny accessory I'm talking about. I don't know, maybe I won't. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I guess maybe that's my fault for pausing it a lot. I don't want you guys to miss anything I say, so maybe I can make my little wisecrack after you hear what I say, I guess. So, I'll get back to this.
Before I was going to upload this to you guys, so here's the belt. Wow, this is a piece of crap.
Well, yeah, of course, it's a Dollar General toy, but here's the thing. Kids are creative. Just get some paper, make your little designs, and you can make a good, decent belt. Hell, if any of you are subscribed to Grimm's Toy Show, all the time, and I'm pretty sure many of you have sent him stuff, sent him like custom-made belts, use paper, paint, whatever you can use, I mean, if you can do it for Grimm, then you could probably turn some, designless gray, plastic Dollar General belt and, put whatever you want. You can make it an actual belt or put some vulgar on it. I mean, excuse me. Do whatever, I guess. The sky's the limit with your imagination. I guess you can do whatever you want with these belts. I wasn't thinking about that at the time. I just, I point out the obvious, I guess.
There is nothing on this belt. If you're a
No, we didn't notice, really. There's nothing on the belt.
belt customizer, feel free. Let's see
Yeah, like I just mentioned, you can customize belts. So I guess I did kind of talk about that.
how it wrapped. Okay, so it can go around his waist apparently, but I guess.
Well, yeah, of course it's a belt. It's kind of got the same, design, the grooves as, say, the belts made by Jack Pacific. Not like the ones with the pegs like Mattel makes, so. And I know original San Francisco toy makers did that the same way. So, kind of the same concept.
Unless you are good at doing hand paints or anything like that, that belt's a piece of crap. The belt around his waist.
Well, yeah, of course.
It's kind of like a boxing belt in a way, but.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, it's $3. Do you expect to get really good accessories for $3? I mean, you're going to figure with the accessories for free, pretty much.
So the last accessories I had, and they put holes in the hat for the twist ties, so we're going to see if this hat fits him. I kind of have a bad feeling that being a very bad Dollar General toy, the hat is not going to fit his head.
Once again, it's Dollar General toy. What do you expect? Do you too? So yeah, I'm sorry that this part's a little boring.
I'm like the Undertaker in a way, except for I see him look more like a Jersey Shore looking dude. Fist pump! I don't know how to do Jersey Shore impression. I don't watch the show. I guess I can think of Zucker. Woo woo woo.
That was not a good impression. Not good at all.
It fits in a way. I guess. Am I not putting it on right? I don't.
No, you're putting it on right. It's just a crappy Dollar General toy. What do you expect? Yeah.
Well, leave it to Dollar General to make a toy with a.
Well, yeah, of course. It's from Dollar General, man.
A little peg inside, but I don't see a hole on the side.
Well, no, of course not.
I had a feeling the hat was not going to fit his head too.
Well, no, of course not. I
I
mean,
guess that's the advantage of having a plastic head, as you on this figure is. This
well, it is plastic. It's more of a rubber, I guess. You could if it was rubber, you squeeze it a little. I mean, a little, I guess, to make it fit.
Squeeze it onto his head.
Like I just said.
So that's as best as I do. I don't see him using this hat as a weapon. I gotta.
No, not real. Of course. How many wrestlers that grabbed a hat and smacked their opponent with it? Unless that hat was like a military helmet or something.
Alright, it don't fit my massive head. I'm kind of afraid the other guy came with a hat. His hat's not gonna fit either. So.
And I guess we're about to see soon. I don't even remember. So let's see how far ahead I can skip. Let's see. Where am I at so far?
About I'm gonna say what? 1, 2.
Okay, so I guess I was taught the articulation. I think there was like 8 points. I'm not going to bore you guys with that. Okay, so we're at the second figure. Okay, we're at the second figure. So I at least got you guys past me doing the twisting and the untying, of the figure. I'm going to say this guy looks like John Cena a little bit. But he also looked like another wrestler that was around, at the time. I think might be retired, I think.
Accessory is a trash can. So we're going to take it out. And
once again, yeah. Gotta do the untwisting time. So I guess I skipped ahead. Once again, I apologize for skipping forward. Okay, so let's get back to where I take the figure out. I wish I had proper thumbnails and know where to go. Okay. let's try not to skip forward too much. Okay, so I apologize, guys. I really do want to get through this really quick. Man, this... I must... Alright, let's see. I hope I'm talking about the figure at this point.
You could probably take the vest off. I wouldn't move. I would. It's belt. So his accessory is a trash.
So I guess I didn't talk about it too much. I don't know. In a way, he looks like Vanilla Ice if you look at the pants. If you guys saw the, pants he was wearing, If you don't know who Vanilla Ice is, obviously look him up. If you're, you're a youngin, who doesn't, I guess not familiar, with him and all. So let's see how far ahead I can skip to get to the trash can. Alright.
So he doesn't really hold it in his hand. I guess you could probably put it over his head. I mean, I probably can see the smaller figures having better use of this trash can than this. Specific.
Well, yeah, of course, it's a dollar store toy. I mean, what do you expect? I gotta say that a million times. Too bad the me from 3 years ago, I guess I thought maybe I got it, but I guess it's kind of my way of stating the obvious, I guess.
That this guy is just so huge compared to this trash can. I mean...
Well, yeah, of course he's huge. He's probably on roids.
Alright, see, look at this. Trash cans beep out to you. Maybe not, because...
Well, I think I was maybe kind of embellishing a little. I think it's a somewhat accurate trash can. Somewhat.
This guy's like, what, 6 foot something if you were a real person. And comment on the face sculpts. Very generic faces, not based on actual wrestlers.
Well, of course not. It's Dollar General. I'm sure if they use an actual likeness, there could probably be a lawsuit. I could see WWE, Mattel, Jakks, whoever they took the skulls from now. I know that some of these stores do carry bootleg figures that actually use actual skulls from, say, old Jakks figures, so maybe they haven't gone after these places, but I don't know. I think that's always a risk, using actual likenesses, unless it's actually made by the company like Jakks or Mattel, because they will sometimes put Toys Dollar General.
So it's like, I mean, maybe I could have seen these two guys look like an old WCW tag team of Sean O'Hare and Mark Jindrak. If you don't know them, go look up on Wikipedia.
Which, yeah, one of those guys is now deceased, which would be Sean O'Hare, so it's kind of funny I bring this video up because Sean O'Hare just, died, not too long ago. I think it was back in September. And then Mark Jindrak, who was Marco Corleone in, Mexico, I think he's retired or semi-active, but that's not important right now. Let's get back to the video.
Which, thank God it's back up again after the blackout on Wednesday. Anyways, they were attacking WCW. They were later in WWE. This guy looks like Sean O'Hare, who was eventually a Piper for a while now. I don't know what he's doing more. This guy looks like Mark Jindrak in a way. In a way.
I don't know what I was talking about there. Did I say he was a pirate? Okay, let's see if I can skip ahead to the next review that I did. I reviewed the last figure. Okay, so open the box. Still opening the box. I guess I had to sneeze because I was pretty sick in this video, so there's a lot of stuff I don't want to go back and watch. Still opening the figure. Like I said, this is not my better review. I could have really used video editing software at the time. I maybe should use scissors because I didn't plan on keeping these figures in the box anyway. Okay, so there's the figure. He looks kind of like, I don't know, Conan. Or maybe it could be an early Ryback figure without the facial hair, obviously, but so that's the figure. He had red pants. He had the same belt like the other two figures. I mean, they're dollar store toys. They're going to be about the same. They're not going to do anything special. They'll maybe change up the tattoos, maybe change the hair, put facial hair on them. I mean, they're dollar store toys. What do you expect of them? We're about to get to the final accessories, so I think at this point I'll stop skipping, let you guys watch me struggle to twist out the last accessory. And by the way, if you're wondering, they all came with the same gray belts, and I think after the first figure, I stopped taking the gray belts out because there was really no point of showing the same accessory, more than once. The first one came with a hat and the gray belt. Second one came with the trash can and the gray belt. This one comes with a belt and an accessory that should never be used in pro wrestling because it could cause a lot of fatalities, and you are about to see once I hit play, and as soon as me from 3 years ago gets it out of the box.
Trees form unless it's a name brand.
No, of course it's not. I don't know what I said. I don't care, guys. I just want to move ahead in the video. Oh, and he also gave a hat.
So, they're goes. I have a feeling that the hat is too small for his head. There's a peg in it. It sits on the head. It don't exactly snap on.
Well, of course, it's a dollar store toy.
It probably stays on his head better than the other guy's hat. In fact, where did I put the other hat? I don't remember.
No, because I wasn't prepared for this video, obviously.
Well, I did. Oh, there it is. This one might look better because it's black. So, I don't know. Black or gray, either way, black or silver. Either way, the hat looks better than this guy. Don't fit the other guy, and I don't think it would fit the guy with the flat top.
No, probably not.
Okay, so, before I'm finally done with the wrestling figures, and by the way, I'm taking the time, I've been already 25 minutes in this, so this is going to be my longest video today, and you know what, that's cool.
Well, as commentary, of course, is going longer, I spent probably 10 minutes talking, in between.
So I don't know how I'm going to break this. Look at this! What kind of professional wrestler uses this? Some kind of chainsaw-like weapon.
Well, it's a random accessory. It's a dollar toy. These aren't actual wrestlers from any actual wrestling federations of any kind. So it's like, I guess they were thinking, what accessories can we pack in with these toys? Let's just pack in a chainsaw of one of these guys.
Yeah, I'm going to the ring holding a chainsaw. This is illegal, but I don't care.
Yeah, of course, because, you don't want to bring that to the ring, obviously. It doesn't even look like a real chainsaw, so it's like, it could be like a plastic chainsaw that's just used for looks, obviously, if it were a real accessory to come with an actual wrestler, I guess.
Cut you. Hey, you, look like Jersey Shore.
Okay, that's enough of that. So it's kind of meaningless after this. So the last review I did after the wrestling figures was a Ninja Action playset, which this one made more sense as a playset, and I think I'll mention that in the video itself. So let's skip ahead to that.
Without going too long,
because you didn't go long enough in their last ones.
I think it's the Ninja Action Figure playset. Once again, the ironic name playset.
Well, I wouldn't say it's ironic. I mean, you got a good, decent amount of weapons. You got 3 figures for the price of 1. I mean, it's $5 at Dollar General when figures nowadays go for $7, $8. And with WWE figures, $10 right now, I think. Maybe $8, but that's just for the basics. So, hey, that was a good deal. Even, and it's a Dollar General, so it's a good, so yeah. But anyways, back to the video.
Because it's just the figures, there's no playset included, but I guess because you can play with it and they're in a set.
Once again, stating the obvious, so it's a playset. I mean, I think a playset doesn't have to be a building. It could be just a set of toys. I mean, I wasn't thinking about that at the time I did this video, so I apologize. Maybe you guys are kind of thinking the comments I made in the video back then were kind of dumb. Once again, hey, I wasn't thinking about it. I didn't have time to really do my research on this stuff, and, of course, how can you do much research on toys that are at Dollar General? They're simple, and you'll see how these toys aren't really the best, quality-wise, articulation-wise, but I think of all the toys I bought, other than the Power Ranger figure, I think these were actually pretty cool. Once again, I don't have them anymore, but, they were fun to play with, I let my nephew play with them back when I did have them, and I think he might have them, he might not have them, so I don't know.
22 pieces. Now, once again, this is very funny. Ages 3 and up. This is a 5 and up and has bigger pieces. Look at this. A little kid.
We're looking at, okay, so I guess what I had mentioned is, in the previous one, I'm sorry if I skipped ahead too far in that video, in the wrestling figures, which had the bigger accessories, it was ages 5 and up. The Ninja toys, which had these smaller accessories, smaller parts, was ages 3 and up. Yes, that's a red flag when it comes to safety standards, but these are toys made at Dollar General, not made by a big name company like Mattel, Hasbro, or anyone else who's going to actually make sure that these toys are up to safety standards before they put them out in retail. But then again, it's 3 and up, so it's like, if they're under the age of 3, yeah, they're going to choke on it, but if they're over the age of 3, then maybe it's suitable for them, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Like I said before, I'm not an expert, and I probably never will be.
They can put this in their mouth and choke more than they can one of these weapons.
Yeah, and once again, wipe my nose because I was sick in this video, and I think I'm starting to get sick again. It's been pretty cold here. You know, hey, but it's winter. So let's see. I'm going to skip ahead again. This is where I start looking at the back of the box. The box, let's see. Did I show the back of the box? Oh, sorry, I went back too far. Okay, so it sucks when I don't have thumbnails to show me what to look at. Okay, so let's see how far back. Okay, so I'm starting to open the box now. Starting to open the box. I don't know what I'm doing here. So I'm sorry I'm skipping ahead. I just want to get through this commentary as fast as I can. My last commentary was very long, so it went longer than it should have. Okay, so I think we're going to figure out the package. So please forgive me if you're not enjoying the fact that I'm skipping forward, but you know. Okay, so now we're finally getting into the figures, and I think I just went one at a time because they're all pretty much the same. There's nothing really special. I mean, maybe the heads are different, but that's about it. So let's get back into the review.
Not up and down like most figures, then if you turn the arm around, then it moves side to side, just side to side. So it's articulated there. Hand does move, so that's a good thing. So if I can do it side to side.
Well, yeah, the quality on these figures were not great. The articulation was kind of odd, where, yeah, the arms only move side to side, not up and down, as I had just mentioned. And I just took the camcorder, you know, wrestle his leg, I guess. But anyways, yeah, these were not great figures to begin with, but, you know, hey, they're Dollar General, so what do you expect?
Knee does move. Leg, a little bit. The head moves a slight bit. Not too well. These do move, which I like these. And it's the same with the other two guys, the red guy.
The red guy.
The black ninja.
The black ninja.
I like how these are painted and have like some kind of, I don't know if they're Japanese or Chinese letter, and I'm not really sure.
Well, they're probably Japanese. I think Ninja is more of a Japanese art. I don't think it's so much a Chinese art, so I'm assuming that you probably can't see in the video anyway, even if I was doing this, you know, where it was on full screen or anything. In case you're wondering, I'm not going to full screen because my computer kind of sucks for that. But, yeah, these probably were not the best. But, I mean, once again, they're dollar store toys. So, you get what you pay for.
Sorry, guys, I'm kind of got a right nose here, so if I have to leave the middle of the video to go blow my nose, please forgive me.
Which I don't think I had to, because that would have been awkward for you to see me walk off camera and then come back, you know. And there, I just almost hawked a loogie, so this was sure state-of-the-art videos I was making back in 2011, 2012. Nowadays, I would have edited that out.
Once again, please forgive me.
Don't worry, I'm sure most people forgive you, except for the two people who gave me a dislike, but then again, they probably just dislike my video anyway. This looks awkward. I'm going to stop pausing at some point.
I'm really sniffling right now.
Oh, there we go again!
Please, guys, I'm sorry. Anyways, so you have the blue guy here, and you have these. He has these little pieces on him. I don't think they're removable, so I don't know what you would call these little fucks. Oh, hey, and they're removed. These come off. So if you don't want these on the figure, you can always take them off.
Yeah, you always could.
They look very cool. So of course you got the red ninja and the black ninja, who look about the same. At least the blue one looks different.
Yeah.
I thought of maybe G.I. Joe for a minute,
Like,
because the one character Snake Eyes looks, but not really, I guess.
Well, of course not.
Okay,
they can't
so,
make knockoff G.I. Joe figures. I mean, they could.
I showed you what they look like. Let's get the weapons. Of course, here are the weapons right here. Try to bear with me with the names. You've got some katanas, some daggers, some sais. They got some claws. You got a hammer. You got this kind of like a sword, dagger. You got some throwing stars. I don't know what to call these. I've seen before. I mean, so you got a bunch of cool weapons. Now, this is what I don't understand.
Alright, I think one of the weapons, somebody in the comment section of this video told me what some of these weapons were called, so I'm going to look down my comments real quick and see if I can find them. No, maybe not. I thought somebody told me what the weapons were called. I thought. Maybe it was in an initials video or something, so sorry if I scrolled down to see in my comments. I only saw my comments with myself and an old friend of mine I don't see on YouTube anymore. So let's get back to the video.
Let me see if I can get one of the weapons out for you guys so I can show you. and you'll see what I'll...
And I apologize you guys couldn't see the weapons that well. You know, obviously not the best quality. Didn't have a camcorder to zoom in on.
And I'm hoping they can hold them. Each weapon has a peg hole in them, like you would see on a Power Rangers toy.
Yep.
And they are painted gray, like you would see them. I don't know if you can see it. If you can't tell, please forgive me.
Well, yeah, because I was using my iPod back then, not my camcorder.
One of the guys who's a bright color. If I showed you the Black Ninja, you probably will see. There is no peg hole on his hands. Now, what can
I hope that didn't sound racist, the Black Ninja. I wasn't trying to be racist.
Yeah, I guess a little bit.
Yeah, I guess.
Not perfectly. Kind of need the position a certain way. Okay. So not really that well. I mean, without a peg hole, it's like, what's the point?
Well, once again, they're dollar store toys. They were probably molded from another toy line that used peg holes, and then these toys don't have the pegs in their hands. I mean, that's how dollar store toys work. So, yeah, let's continue on.
Without a peg in the hands, I mean. Okay, he holds it somewhat. So if you're displaying these, if you're liking these as collectibles, they can hold them.
Well, once again, and I mentioned this in the last video, I mentioned with the wrestling ring that I started bad-mouthing parents who go out and buy cheap toys for their kids, you know. These are not toys made for collectors, and I'm sure there are those few collectors who do go out and buy dollar store toys, but the majority of us collectors will not buy these, not for ourselves at least, unless we're doing toy reviews. But yeah, the majority of collectors will just pass on stuff unless, like I said, buying for a kid, or if there's somebody who likes to collect this stuff, or you just for the sake of reviews like I was doing back then.
Let's get on one of the other ones that they can wear. There's like only one accessory they can wear is the claw.
The claw, like Wolverine, bub.
So we'll move Mr. Red Ninja here in a moment.
Yeah, I'm sorry that this is boring. I'm not going to skip ahead, because if I skip ahead, you guys are going to miss something.
I really hope that I didn't spend 30 minutes on a video, that I decided just to go with it. Whatever happens, happens. And,
yeah, I mean, that's why you
do the video.
When you can't edit videos.
Get a message from YouTube, oh, your video was too long. Cut it down or something. Like, well, I just spent like a half hour recording.
Yeah, I still get those comments every now and then. Even when I do a short 30-second intro, someone told me, your intro is too long. I mean, and you know what? I ignore that stuff. I don't let that bother me. To people who can't watch long videos, just don't watch them. Some of us are not going to make short videos, maybe because we want to try our best to get our point across. I mean, this video is already going to be, you know, over 50 minutes long, but because, you know, I know the video itself, you know, was almost 40 minutes, but, you know, because I paused in between, I had my intro to tell you guys about the commentary. So once again, if you don't like long videos, well, you don't have to watch them. I'm not going to make short ones like that, you know, like Grimm. Guy makes like videos are like 5 minutes or less, or maybe at most like 10 minutes or something, but I'm not Grimm. I never claimed to be like Grimm, and I'm not going to be like him, and I'm not going to even talk about Grimm. I just thought I'd point that out to those of you who like short videos.
Okay, so I'm putting the claw, let's move this guy out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Put the claws on here. There's a hole on the side of his hand.
His
arm. And
forearm.
Just tag on here, and then you put it on there. It looks like it goes on there somewhat, but not well.
Well, yeah, of course, they're dollar store toys. The quality's not great.
Which is too bad, because I think it's a cool looking weapon.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was cool.
You know, kind of reminds me of, not Wolverine, but it reminds me of like, there's a character from the Dynasty Wars, and probably some other games that have worn claws, like maybe, Vega from Street Fighter. I know there's one character named Zhang He, or he, whatever his name is, who wears claws. I don't really care.
Alright, you're losing everybody, RHC. You're losing everyone.
It takes a little time. You have to kind of be patient. So I guess if you want to have the claws along with the swords, or a sai, or a hammer, I mean, I guess
hammer time.
Whatever.
Duh, no.
Sky's the limit, man.
And before I get back to the video, is it kind of ironic I mentioned sai and hammer? Because this is 2012, so what was big in 2012? You know, Gangnam Style by Psy. Now, not the same Psy, obviously, different spelling and all, but... And then I mentioned Psy and Hammer, I think they did something together, so... well, I mean, I thought I'd just point that out just for the hell of it. I'm sorry if that was pointless to anyone, but I just thought it just was kind of funny to me. Didn't think about the time, because, you know, this was early 2012.
So there you go. Pretty cool. I might leave them on, I might not. I'll probably end up picking them up. Hopefully they'll come off easily.
Well, for the most part, I left these in the box, and I didn't always display the box out. I mostly kept the toys, you know, like I said, for my nephew to play with, and then, I eventually let my nephew have them before, I moved out. Yeah, so these weren't going to be really, on display collectibles for me.
Try to get off without breaking the peg. Okay, it does come out. You do have to be careful you don't break it. It's a Dollar General toy. It's flimsy. You don't want to break it.
Well, if you break it,
So,
it's a dollar store toy. What can you do?
That's about it. I guess maybe you can see whatever weapons I can put in their hands, like the hammer. I guess he can hold it about here, so I'll bring the hammer down on you.
So obviously, I try my best to be, as funny as I can.
Great. And there's no place they can store the weapons when they're using them, so I mean the hands move pretty well. I still don't get the whole side to side thing. That's a little inaccurate unless the arm was turned
they're dollar store toys. The quality's not gonna be great. I mean, what do you expect?
You come here. No, I will cut you with my chainsaw. Hey, you're a wrestler. You don't need a chainsaw.
Wow, the stuff I did back then.
Let me tell you, I don't care how old I get, I still love playing with action figures, and I don't know what that was behind me. I'm looking right at my iPod right now as I'm recording there, something that just flew right behind me. I don't know what the hell that was.
Okay, so I mentioned that in the video, you were going to see something weird happen. I hope you guys saw that. If you didn't, feel free to go back. I'm not going to go back, but it was at the 34:50 mark. Some little white speck of dust flew in the way of my video, or it was an insect. I don't know what it was. So I kind of made the ooh, because it was like paranormal. It was weird. That was probably the weirdest moment in the entire video, besides, all this random stuff I said, and then me playing the toys. So once again, that was probably the thing that probably caught me off guard the most, and this looks creepy. Me with my hands out. Like, okay, the video is just about done, so let's finish it up. Not much left, and the commentary's about over here, so let's just finish this up, and then, I'll say my final remarks.
Dark behind me.
Yeah, really, we didn't notice.
I normally just keep recording over and over until something messes up. Just whatever. It happens. If I ever do
of course.
Camcorder in the near future.
Like now.
Try to edit, add cool graphics and all that.
Hell, I wish I could add cool graphics. That's a lot of work. I don't have any software like Adobe Flash or any other software, and I'm not good at making graphics anyway. Maybe in the future I can find somebody to do graphics for me, but for now I do what I can.
So, I want to take time to thank any of you who decided to stay around and watch for the entire 30 minutes, listen to my blabbering about the Pop Culture Network and other random stuff at the beginning of the video. It's very much appreciated. I'm hoping to get more subscribers in the near future. Maybe I might when I get a better camcorder.
Well, you just gotta be consistent. And everybody, I apologize, I'm not consistent with my videos. It's just personal life gets in the way. I have a job and I have other interests, so, it's kind of hard to put videos up. But, I'm happy for the subscribers I have. I don't have a lot, but, hey, I'm just happy for what I could do, Happy I make some videos that people enjoy, even if some people dislike it, but, whatever. So, anyways, let's get back to this video. It's just about done.
And I can edit my videos better. But I do hope to make this a regular series. Because it was fun.
I hope.
And I also would like to have my nephew join me in one of these videos next time I do it. Whether I buy a toy just for him or if I want him to come play these toys. Maybe have him here as I'm opening them and have, him play with them while I'm talking about them. So, that's kind of plan for the future.
Now, technically, I have had my nephew in videos. Only months later, I would start another short-lived series, and I'll mention that later why I can't really do a lot. It's just something I do with my nephew called Eisman Reviews. I think I might do a commentary of that, and you'll understand why in those commentaries. But anyways, yeah, we're just about done, so I'm going to finish this up, and then I'll, once again, give you my final thoughts.
I want to thank y'all for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Rock on. And
keep collecting.
And just, if you like toys, enjoy them. Or if you collect them or play with them. So, that's all, guys. See y'all later.
Well, there you guys go. That was Dollar Store Toys, episode number 2. not my best video, but I guess it wasn't too bad going back and watching it. I mean, yeah, maybe it's better to write a script, but that's a lot of work, and I don't know. It's just I don't really have the time to really, I don't know, do reviews. I mean, I give a lot of credit to people like Pixel Dan and Sean Long, Sharpness Prime, even Grim of all people. I'm sorry, I'm not hating on Grim. Grim kind of sometimes rubs me the wrong way, but they put a lot of work into these videos. Most of them do. I mean, it's something I would like to do as a casual hobby, but and I've mentioned before with the dollar toys, it's kind of hard to just go out and buy these toys when I also collect other stuff. Plus, I don't have as much money as I used to now that I'm out on my own again. I paid only a few bills when I was at my mom's, but now that I'm out with other people that are more my friends, I'm having to pay more for bills and stuff. So dollar store toys would be something I would consider buying again and maybe doing a short little review series. But as for a full episode, I don't know. But hey, 2015 maybe. I mean, and I'm not gonna get too much into this year. 2014 wasn't the first half wasn't really that great. That's why you guys saw very few videos out of me compared to maybe 2013 or even 2012. Excuse me, but hey, you gotta move on. Look forward to the future, live in the moment, don't dwell in the past. I mean, it's good to look back in the past and all the good stuff I've done. But, like I said, just try my best to do what I can, and I'll put more videos out, when I feel that I have the time, regardless of who watched these videos. I don't expect every single person that subscribed me to watch my videos, but those of you who are loyal to me, like my videos, regardless of what I put up, I thank you. And I hope you guys do stick around for RHC's commentary number 3. Once again, my voice is going to give out of me. And I made this video actually an hour long. The last video I made 40 minutes long, or I think it was 50 minutes. I don't remember how long it was. But anyways, you guys know the drill. If you missed commentary number 1, go back and watch it. Links in the description. If you guys would have liked to watch this video in its entirety, hear every single thing I said, do the entire 36, and a half minutes, and hey, the link will be to that as well. And I'm going to get RHC's commentary number 3 up. I think I might make it one for my nephew, maybe. I don't know. I'm thinking about doing the commentary for Iceman reviews, so I can kind of give you guys maybe a good idea of why I'm not doing those reviews anymore. Because this was never anything I had planned permanently. I mean, he's a kid. He's got his own life. So, I don't know. That's the thing that maybe might return in the near future. But anyways, I'm going to stop talking now. Because I'm going to go get a drink. I'm going to stop recording so I can get this uploaded. So anyways, as always guys, thanks for watching. Feel free to hit that like button if you enjoyed this. Comment, tell me what you liked about my commentary, what parts you thought were goofy. Tell me what you thought about the little paranormal, what you thought that thing that flew in the screen. What do you think it was? Was it dust? Was it an insect? Do you think I was haunted in my house maybe? I don't know. Anyways, thanks for watching. As always, rock on and keep collecting.